What game it is today, I don't need to tell you, because what we have done is kept the two supporters on the opposite end. Just to ensure that there is no fisticuffs in the middle of the show. We've kept the yellow there and the purple here. We also have a fake fan sitting next to me who says he's a KKR fan but refuses to wear the KKR jersey. His only excuse is कि jersey मिलती नहीं है. Now you tell me, if you are a fan, supposing if I was the fan of a club called Motherwell in Scotland, I would have sourced the jersey, and you will not get a Motherwell jersey easily. It will be tough, right? But I will still source it somehow online, because we live in an online world. I will get in touch on Facebook or somewhere to some person, and I would source, even if you want me to, I can show it to you. That's why I came up with the name of most obscure football club, so you don't know. Motherwell in Scotland. Football fans, hardcore football fans would know. Yeah. So if you want me, I can source it. He says he cannot find a KKR jersey living in India. I could understand if he was a KKR fan living in Iceland and he was finding it tough to source a jersey.
No, the problem is I've been busy, and I didn't have time to go and buy it. But for the next KKR for the next KKR game, I'll be wearing a jersey and sitting beside you.
Mine's already pre-ordered. It's on its way. Whenever this season, huh?
See, that is a fan.
So in the next KKR game, I'll be wearing a jersey and sitting beside you.
This is a fan who didn't keep KKR in the top 4. That's the irony.
That's fine.
Wearing a jersey and keeping.
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's agreeable, yeah.
That's a Delhi Capitals fan talking who's at the bottom.
I didn't have DC in the top 4 either.
Thank God. Realism. That is realism.
So is this.
In his case, we don't even care if they win.
I know. Even if they win, he doesn't care.
He wins, he says it's shock. Lose, he says I expect.
It's not a shock.
See, winning came as a shock the other day because you were playing the table toppers. Back then, it was 2 out of 2 wins for CSK. It was just the start of what looks like a pre-mid-season slide, right, Siddharth? Yeah. Pre-mid-season slump.
Slide. But you see, if you want to change the record, it can't happen in a better place than Chepauk. Okay, it's Chennai's fortress, the best home record that any IPL team has. Rivalry, as far as it's concerned, it is one-sided. It is 18-10, 7-3 in Chepauk. But KKR became the KKR franchisee in Chepauk in 2012.
Yeah.
They last won in 2023. The last game that they played at this venue, KKR won it. So 3 very, very important wins that have happened. Each and every time KKR have become the franchisee to look out for, thanks to their experts in Chepauk. But as far as the rivalry is concerned, KKR have never won twice against Chennai. Final in 2012, it was still 1-1 in the league stages. 2012 is my favorite year, but also my most horrendous year because of 2 things. One, we won on the last ball in Eden, but KKR paid us back in kind by inflicting, technically if you look at it, the first home final loss by a franchisee. I know Mumbai lost in 2010, but that was Deccan Chargers' home ground. It wasn't Mumbai Indians' home ground. Correct. So, yes, it is not a rivalry in that sense, but it is an impactful rivalry.
I think it's more a rivalry, not in terms of necessarily, let's say, head-to-heads or stuff like that, but in terms of the impact it's made. For one, you had Dhoni Gambhir on 2 sides of the coin. We know how much, people or fans on the internet in particular love making this link, that there's always been that innate rivalry between the 2 of them. Despite whatever Gambhir may have said in the past, he himself has not helped. He's fanned the flames on multiple occasions.
Today will the Gambhir employ an umbrella field around Dhoni if he comes?
Well, I mean, it's not Gambhir who's captaining the side.
He may tell if
he may tell Shreyas.
First of all, Dhoni will not come out to bat.
That's good in a way, because He's
batting so down the order, even after, every fan, everyone wants to see him bat, but he's coming so low down the order then.
Today, if he bats higher up the order, he's committing harakiri, because he's going to face the bowling attack that he struggled for.
And 2 spinners who he must...
The other batters that you have in Ravindra Jadeja and Daryl Mitchell or whatever, doesn't matter the bowling attack. I would play Dhoni ahead of a Jadeja or a
Daryl Mitchell right now.
As much as you like him, I'm sorry to say, he's a runner ball player.
See, Nikhil is
Dhoni is-
strategizing for KKR to win. I'm telling you. Yes. Because if you put Dhoni up, he's facing Sunil Narayan.
Yeah,
a guy
this
who
is-
is not hit. He's hit a
Doesn't
single boundary in 10 years.
Doesn't matter if today if you have Andre Russell with you and Andre Russell is run a ball to Ravindra Jadeja, the bowler. Does that mean that if Ravindra Jadeja is bowling, I will not send Andre Russell? Sometimes the problem with these matchups and this data that you rattle is that it can be misleading. Those have to be beaten somewhere. Na? If I have an Andre Russell waiting, as explosive as an Andre Russell, and if Jadeja is batting because you're saying Naren is bowling or whatever, whoever is bowling, Dhoni will fare better overall than a Jadeja or a Daryl Mitchell in terms of explosiveness. That I maintain. Doesn't matter the bowler.
But I'm not ratifying data. His struggles are evident.
Also, 10 years is a big enough sample size. The fact that
I'm
he's
also giving you a 10-year sample size of Russell versus Jadeja.
But Russell's never struggled against
But the-
Jadeja.
Russell is.
No.
He's looking, yes.
He has actually.
Yeah,
He doesn't have.
You're not the only one who rattles data, na? I also do sometimes.
He
I
is
have
actually.
taken
But then
out.
I
In
am
the
saying-
run-ball record, he's faced some 30
Yeah.
and he's got just 30 runs
Okay.
of a thing. So
Dhoni 74 balls, only one boundary. That to have an edge
Now
to
you're
Sunil
shifting the
Narayan.
goalpost. First you said he does not struggle. Jadeja does not struggle. Russell, I'm telling you it does. But what would common sense, logic tell me? If there is few overs left, 5-6 overs left, will I not send Andre Russell to go and bat? Even if Jadeja is thing, or will I say no? My computer tells me whatever data you have. I will not come up with that. I will say, boss, this is the guy. He is better off going and batting there than whatever. If it is, even though there is Nitish Rana or whatever. Raghuvanshi. Raghuvanshi is there, but I will send Raghuvanshi because Russell.
Matchups.
If I do it, then I'll be foolish. That's what I'm trying to say. Dhoni, if he's injured and he's unfit to play those many deliveries, then it's fine. But if Dhoni is fit enough to play 15, 16 deliveries, then he needs to come if Chennai need to win.
Although
And I have no
we
bad
did see that strapping around his knee, heavy strapping.
And it's another thing, I don't know whether, but I would imagine that if he can do wicket keeping for 20 overs, surely he can bat also for 15.
Yeah.
You do not have faith in him, which is also fine. As a CSK fan, you have no faith in Dhoni, the batter, that's fine. But I think that he is far more capable than a Jadeja or for that matter,
Daryl Mitchell.
Dare I say that?
Ajinkya Rahane.
Yeah. Okay, Chalo, Rahane is number 3. I won't even. That day even Moeen Ali was left, and I know Moeen Ali also can be explosive on a given day. But I would still send a Dhoni ahead of that because he can do more than that. He can get out first ball, no problem. Who knows?
You know, the reputation that he carries, the Dhoni name that he carries, that itself is enough for a bowler to be under pressure, bowling to a Dhoni. That game against Delhi, when he was batting, he scored 37 or 16. If he would have come up the order, he might have gotten a few more balls to score. That might change the result of the game. He might have scored more the way he was batting. I don't know why. You know, it's been for a few years now that every season everyone talks about, Dhoni should come up the order. Why he pushes himself so low now under a new captain as well at 6 and 7.
No, but earlier I still thought, I agree that he was pushing himself low, but earlier I still thought that he would still give himself 10-15 deliveries. He was those days we were saying let him bat at 4, let him bat at. But even though he was pushing himself low down the order, he would still give him about 14-15 deliveries. But now he's not even doing that.
2 balls, 1
Now
run
he's
scored.
saying, I will just go.
3 balls, 2 balls. And
Now I will just go for the people who paid for the ticket to show that, okay, I have come out to bat. That day he could have easily come when there were 30 balls left in the match. He could have come. He's not coming, that's another thing. Though the good news, by the way, toss is done.
yeah.
And it is the team, that is the home team wearing yellow that have won the toss. No surprises there. That they have decided to bowl as is the norm. And we have some news. One is that Thikshana is back. Mustafizur is back.
No Patirana.
Patirana
is
stays.
not available. Yeah.
And we have a Samir Rizvi and Shardul Thakur.
Finally.
Lord is back.
A wild
Against KKR.
Shardul Thakur spotted.
I think it's more of a strategical decision,
KKR.
Yeah.
Less to do with that. I think
Pitching
it's because
Shardul
they
in
didn't
front of
have
KKR.
Patirana. and the other bowlers were not really impressing.
Yeah, but they didn't have Patirana last time also. Yet they didn't play.
And then what was the result?
You know, playing Kuldeep against KKR
there
and
is no
Shardul
Deepak
against
Chahar.
KKR.
There is no Deepak.
That
Chahar.
is why. Well, that's a possibility.
Let's see.
Can you see the impact players who
He
are
might very well be the impact player
I think.
actually.
Deepak has a niggle, but he's bowling now.
Bowling, no.
You will get a bat.
He would
See,
have been there.
Can I tell you, by the way, there was no way that we were dropping them. Even if you had to drop someone, I think a Tushar Deshpande would have been dropped before.
Yes.
In case we needed to. By the way, I think this is a massive, massive thing to have happened. I'll tell you why. If a Deepak Chahar was playing today, and one of the game changers for Kolkata, and I was thinking about this matchup, one of the game changers for Kolkata is in Sunil Narine. And Sunil Narine has not been, the opposition teams have not been able to stop him because he's the batter who hits through line. And I was thinking today, if it is CSK, what is it that CSK can do to stop him? And Deepak Chahar was my answer when I was looking, because I think the only earlier it was that, you know, Sunil Narine can be a bit susceptible to short pitch bowling because bowl him in his area and he'll whack you. Then bowlers went to a bit of short pitch bowling, to which also he found a way.
Yeah.
So basically he's hit through the line kind of a batter. He sees the length early, hits through the line. The only bowler who can give him some sort of trouble is if he gets the ball to move around a lot. Because I think technically he's not that adept at handling swinging deliveries as much as other batters. And I thought today that two things. I had a feeling that Kolkata may not send Sunil Narine up top today, knowing fully well that they have the Deepak Chahar threat. But in case they do send Sunil Narine up and don't play matchup, then I think that will play into Chennai's hand. But I had a feeling that with Gambhir there, that Gambhir is going to use him judicially, and if there is going to be a Deepak Chahar, maybe he'll pull back a Sunil Narine today, and because opposition would have come prepared, so you pull him out. But guess what? There is no Deepak Chahar, and this could have been the game-changing moment for me. He's not there. It's back advantage to Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yeah, because again, who really shares the new ball? Then you've got Mustafiz who's back, which is great news. But again, Deshpande can be a little erratic with the new ball. He lacks control even with the old ball. Never mind the new ball. If you're going to give the new ball to Shardul Thakur, good luck. Again, he's more of a middle overs bowler at best. So the new ball is a bit of a worry, and there's no Patirana. That's also, I think, a major thing that was worrying
overs
me.
is compromised.
Yeah, I was really worried about Patirana coming back more so than a Mustafiz. I was worried about Patirana because again, he has that ability when he's on form to hit those Bumrah-like Yorkers.
Yeah.
When there's no point trying to even pick it, you're defeated if he manages to land it. I was worried about that. Now suddenly, it's okay. This bowling lineup, you are a little bit more confident.
Yeah, I mean, look, there is also Tikshana who can be a power
play bowler
as well as a middle over.
Please, I really hope you bowl a spinner to Sunil Narine. I beg of you, please do that.
I can understand from where that is because Badri is
who is, by the way, doing the toss.
Yeah, he is a leg spinner that gets the ball back into the left hander if you look at it. But Tikshana with his mystery, he can trouble the left hander also.
But no, he's bowling at 104-5 clicks and doesn't really get that much turn. If Narine takes a little step out, hits through the line, he might get out, but he can also get runs.
Because you know what happened last time when Sunil Narine was promoted against CSK? Akash Singh, you remember that left arm?
Yeah.
He got him with away swing and the off stump went cut.
That's swing.
Yeah, exactly what I said. You need a swinging bowler.
Then they may want to try out a Shardul.
Only thing that happens, it does not that much. You know what Deepak Chahar can do? That's what I was saying. Deepak Chahar would have got him into trouble. Now the game, see again, if Narine once again gives them that start, it's pretty much behind the curve. Got him out, move. Now hoping, fingers crossed, okay, everyone bowl. Let's just hope he plays one stupid shot and gets out. That's who you are in the game.
See, you are going to face a SRH-like situation, okay? For Chennai Super Kings. When Deepak Chahar came on to bowl against SRH, who took him on? It was an Abhishek Sharma. Narine, similar mold, will try to go.
Abhishek, far more accomplished batter, could take on a swing bowler.
Proper batter.
Yeah.
But again, a Sunil Narine, in the past also, he's gotten some lucky edges that have gone to third man and final.
That's the thing with him. Yeah.
And that is why I think they won't mind. If you see, who are your options? They won't risk a Mustafiz because you have to bowl him in the death. He's your designated death bowler.
You need to get
One over of him, I think, in the power play.
But then you'll have to rely on Deshpande and Shardul.
I think you're starting with Deshpande.
Really weak.
Bowling and
Deshpande.
With a batting lineup as strong as KKR, batting till number 10.
Nine
Number
for
nine.
sure.
I was prepared for one blood pressure, but I've got two blood pressures now. One is Shardul and one is Tushar Deshpande.
In the same 11. We used to joke about it last year.
They're still not playing my favorite, Santner.
Mitch Santner.
Poor
They're
guy.
not playing him. And please, Thikshana hasn't done it. He's done precious little this tournament.
But he's a slow starter anyways, Mahesh Thikshana.
Yeah.
All of them are him, Rituraj.
Yes. No, although Rituraj last year, he started well, but he tapered off later.
This year he's reverted.
Back
See
to back.
again what they could have sacrificed a batter. Now look at their batting again. Chennai, you got Ruturaj, Rachin Ravindra, Rahane, Daryl Mitchell. There will be a Dubey who will come in.
Yes.
There's Samir Rizvi, Jadeja at 7, Dhoni at 8, Shardul at 9. So hardly you're going to utilize his batting.
And Deshpande also decent in the
I
bat.
would even go to an extent of sacrificing a Rachin also. You sacrifice. This is what I said. The problem last time they balanced. You let go of a batter. You
So
let
then
go of a
open with
batter.
Rituraj and Ajinkya.
Whatever, push everyone.
Yeah, that
Even
you'll
a
have to
Daryl
do.
Mitchell, anyone.
But Rachin-
or let go of a Daryl Mitchell if you want a Rachin Ravindra. I'm saying you got too many batters in that thing. You need to find a way to fit in. Now with Dubey also coming in. See, if you remove one batter, let's say you remove Daryl Mitchell, hypothetically, you have a Ruturaj, Rachin opening, Ajinkya at number 3. Okay, then you will have a Dubey at 4. Samir Rizvi 5,
Jadeja 6.
Jadeja 6,
Dhoni
Dhoni 7, Shardul 8. Still fine.
8.
You know, batting. But you get someone like a Mitchell Santner to do that job.
I'm not sure even if
But he will have the same kind
exactly not.
What
I'm
is he
saying
offering apart from
Santner,
that?
you need a pace bowler over here. I think not. Maybe Santner may not be the answer to CSK's problem.
Santner, he's a smart bowler.
See, again, they're missing quality right now, CSK, if
They
you
have
see.
3 fast bowlers, no? How much more?
Quality, that's what I'm saying. They're missing a quality fast bowler over here. They don't have.
Do if he's injured? What do you do?
Because given, let's try and analyze the
But 2
CSK.
of your fast bowlers are injured. What do you do? I'm saying in the scenario, there is no Deepak Chair who's got a niggle, and Patirana not available because he has a niggle.
Correct.
So what do you do?
Because had this been the Chepauk surface of, let's say, or till 2022, last year, even the first couple of games that we've seen at Chepauk, it's unlike the Chepauk of the past. You're seeing average totals being breached right now as well. You're expecting 186 runs. That's the first innings total, which is greater than what we've seen in the past.
Exactly my point.
So it's not helping the slow, and so slow bowlers, spinners aren't picking as many wickets.
What is happening to Chepauk? Chepauk is now become a high scoring ground. So now why do you
Until
need
April.
another whatever? Now why do you need another batter? That's my point. If it's a high scoring ground, you need to get your bowling stronger, no? One more batter, number 9 is
No, I'm saying you
So
could
get
go
another
with
bowler.
you
Get another
could
bowler.
go in with another bowler, but the fact that I think
But you
of the
can have a fast bowler,
28,
right?
maybe just I don't know, last resort perhaps just turn your head towards maybe somebody, one of the Indian fast bowlers if you have in
So
there,
they've done
done
Shardul.
that.
youngster, untried, whatever it may be.
But you have gone with whoever you have. I am saying this is a high scoring ground. You again, once again it will happen, you will see. Though Chennai is chasing, they may still lose a few wickets. But if they were batting first, I'll tell you, typically 4 or 5 batters would be used. Typically. And if it's a high scoring ground, you'll get a high scoring thing.
But I'm saying how big a
Bowler
difference
helps
is
you.
even
Today
even the
the
opposition at hand today is batting till number 9.
Exactly my point now. So what do you do? Exactly my point. Your batting till 8 is fine. You need to get wickets. Today you are living on a prayer. Who are bowlers who are going to leak? A Thikshana will leak. A Deshpande will leak.
Thakur will leak.
So that-
Jaddu,
more
Mustafa.
option. If I'm a captain, I need more option. I may be looking at 2 overs at best or 1. Or I'm praying that. So what do I do when I go into a contest? I need to have enough options. So I'm thinking of it.
I think what
I
CSK
take
are
an extra batter, he will
I
hardly
think
be
what
used.
CSK are doing
On a good
over
batting
here
pitch.
is they've
I
real.
need a bowler on a good batting pitch to help me out.
I think
And
they've
today the
realized-
bowling lineup I 100% need.
I think they've realized that they can't do much about their bowling, the inexperience and the quality of it. So pad up the batting as much as possible so that
This is the approach they've gone with 2 matches in a row.
you give it the best. You give it you'd have as much in your batting arsenal as
what is
possible, so
the
that
best?
whatever you're chasing, let's say, or whatever you can.
That cannot be the what is giving their best. have nobody come out to bat. That's what they did last time. I don't think they've realized.
No. But their last couple of matches, it's their top order that's been found wanting. They've not struck runs at a rate that they should have.
But Harshad, they're not using their batting. Their batters didn't come. Moeen Ali didn't come out.
That's because there were too many balls being consumed by the top order. They were all playing runner ball. They had to, again, you play aggressive, ultra aggressive, high risk game. You will get some runs, you will get out, and then as a result, you will use.
That is what I'm saying. You just said they have realized that they have to. Yeah, their batting is such that they'll have to bat like that, right? You just said, but they've not realized that because they didn't bat like that.
That's what they need to correct, I think.
But they cannot correct it.
But why? See, runner ball. You saw runner ball scores from Rachin Ravindra last 2 games. You saw other batters as well. So that's what they need to change. You play a high risk, high reward game, and you pay your price as well.
Change that, I agree. But this is the approach that they went in last 2 games. They're not changing that. They are not changing their team's balance. They have one too many extra batters, and their bowling is the weak area. What do I do if something is weak? I make that stronger, or do I keep making the stronger bit stronger? That is the thing that they need to. Last 2 games they went with this approach and they lose.
And the problem actually when you look at it with a CSK is that there's far too many bits and piece all-rounders, which you would think with the impact player would now be a thing of the past, but CSK still seem kind of stuck in that. Look at the all-round options they have. Rachin has not bowled at all.
No, he has. Couple of
last
overs.
match.
Oh, okay. Last match he bowled. Fine. Barely bowled
But
then.
barely bowled.
Yeah, barely bowled. Daryl Mitchell, barely bowled. Samir Rizvi, I don't think has bowled. He's supposed to be a mystery spinner. He's bowled 1-2 overs. Yeah. Again, that's my point. Again, with Rizvi, he's supposed to be a mystery spinner, but his spin is still a mystery because we haven't seen it. That's the mystery spin he's bowling. Ravindra Jadeja also is not guaranteeing you 4 overs at this point because he's either leaking runs or not getting wickets. Compare that with KKR, and again, this is a obvious, clear and obvious comparison. And your 2 foreign players, Narayan and Russell, on a good day, both are guaranteeing you 4 overs.
Yeah.
So your balance is sorted, and then you can pack in batters.
Just a reminder, history has it, the last time the adjective bits and pieces was used for a certain all-rounder, it got the best of him. So maybe if it needs to happen.
That was 5 years ago.
But in this bowling,
That's going to be the last time. They would have been
Other times
other times after that.
but I think
And now back to serious business.
But with this bowling lineup, I think today we could see a Rachin Ravindra.
Bits and pieces, but though.
Yeah. But
Jadeja at that time he was a bits and pieces guy. Until that knock against New Zealand, he had done precious little.
Yeah.
Both
But
with bat
what
and
you're
ball.
talking about is something else.
That was less than
Let's said about it though, but yeah.
Sorry.
I think with this bowling lineup today, we are seeing a Rachin Ravindra bowl a few more overs, or a Jadeja completing his quota overs, or Samir
Has
Rizvi.
to.
Yeah, because Shardul Thakur, Tushar Deshpande, identical bowlers,
In
and
more ways than one.
yeah, and with only five.
Tushar got a bit more pace, yes.
A little bit more pace, but that's the extent of it.
Shardul can give you more wickets.
He'll be 3 for 45.
So I'm telling you today also, if let's say Sunil Narayan is to turn up in the mood that he did against the Delhi Capitals, then Shardul Thakur will again be the man who will concede runs in the first over but get the wicket of Sunil Narayan today. As he has a habit of taking clutch wickets. Go down to the World Test Championship final. Who got the wicket of Steve Smith? So he will give runs, but he's also the man who will get you the big wickets as well.
But he's a force sub kind of a thing that they've got in today. Just because Deepak Chair is not fit, and then even if they wanted to go with a foreigner in Patirana, he's also not fit. So you had to bring him in. I don't think it's an
He's
ideal
an
choice.
expensive but an effective sub, let's say.
He's an expensive wicket taker. Basically, at this point, Russell is doing the same role. For
Like a
KKR.
Lungi Ngidi for South
Yeah,
Africa.
with Russell also, I remember I was seeing his numbers before the IPL in the last 3 months, whatever T20 cricket he'd been playing. He had 25 wickets. You know what his economy was? 9.93. So he's going at economy of 10, but guaranteeing you wickets in whatever games he's playing. And he's doing that actually in, I dare say, in the IPL, he's been more economical. He's actually been more economical so far.
Let's take a look at the Kolkata team. Also bats very deep, as we discussed earlier.
And the bat first 11, 9.
Yeah, this is their bat first with Mitch Stark batting at number 9, Vaibhav Arora at 10, and Varun Chakravarti can't really.
They've gone with the unchanged 11, and I think
Yeah, but there's no Harshad Rana, and that's very interesting because remember in the last match he had walked off with an injury. He's not named in the subs, so I'm personally very interested to see what it is that KKR do when it comes to the impact players. See, you can bring in a Suyash, but on this kind of a ground, would he be effective? I doubt. There's only one option: Saqib Hussain. No, Saqib Hussain is a pacer. You need another pacer.
Yeah.
So who will
Stark, Vaibhav Arora is there.
And Russell. That's it. You need a fourth pacer because Russell on a day can be
He's right.
expensive.
Who will he replace?
He'll replace anyone of the batters. That doesn't matter.
Because you've got roughly about
Angrish will be the player who goes.
Because Angrish is slow left arm orthodox.
Yeah,
So,
So
you don't need a spinner.
You don't need a
fast
spinner.
No, you
bowler.
need a pacer. So Shakib is realistically the only option unless if they find the pitches a little sluggish, maybe then you go with
Suyash.
or Neeraj
Or
Chopra lookalike.
Anukul Roy.
Or Anukul.
Suyash or Anukul, but you're right. It could be neither.
It has to be Shakib
It has to be a pacer.
Because
Saqib Hussain.
And he's someone who did impress. I remember watching him in the warm up, the practice games. There was one over, I think he got 2 wickets, and I think one of them was Russell. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but he did do well. He's a kind of skiddy kind of a bowler, gets good pace. Would be worth a shot because again the novelty factor would work.
Yeah, because see, in April the problem is in Chennai, the dew doesn't set in that much. So the skid factor kind of goes down. In May you will see dew, but you will see the wickets slow down tremendously in Chepauk. So that's why it would be, I don't think, why can't you play Anukul Roy? He's a decentish bat.
See, Anukul is actually, if you have to play him,
A bowler, a decent.
we don't
I mean,
have-
he was the guy who stopped RCB, remember that 2 over spell?
6 runs.
6 runs. He was the guy and he could tie the players under knots here.
But I'm saying he's the kind of player, if you want to play, you're starting him in the 11 because he's an all-rounder. If you're bringing in a spinner, it'll be Suyash. If you're bringing in a pacer, which seems the likelier option, it'll be Shakib Hussain.
Because at this point at Chepauk, it's still fresh at this point. You get flat decks, you won't get those sluggish decks now. You'll get it probably towards the end of April when the time of Agni Nakshatram happens. So that's why the Northapa. There, here we call it Northapa, there it's called Agni
I've only heard of
Extreme
Uttapa.
heat. Extreme.
No, you remember
extreme
Northapa
heat
is
days.
9 days of extreme heat.
Extreme heat days.
I didn't know.
There we call it Agni
Tapa
Nakshatram.
means heat. Yeah.
heat wave.
Yeah, 9 days. Not tapa.
Been freaking you out?
But Chennai, more than 9 days. I've been there.
No,
Chennai
that's
has
but
3 weathers. Okay,
that
hot, hot,
9
and hottest.
days-
60, 65.
No, no.
days.
Oh, you
Most
missed humid.
extreme.
You missed
That
humid over
9
there.
days, those 9 days is 41, 42 degree and 96, 97% humidity.
That, by the way, will be Delhi in about 3 days' time.
I know.
But not humidity.
More than 9
It's
days,
not-
by the
I
way.
have seen the Delhi heat, the hottest, and I've seen the Chennai heat.
Oh,
You
I-
cannot bear the Chennai.
Chennai
I'll tell
can't.
you why.
Humidity.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
It takes all of, like in June, it takes all of 5 minutes for your shirt to
Yes.
get
Yeah.
wet. Like you just have water dripping.
I
It's
remember.
like-
I've stayed in Chennai for a year. I remember doing assignments at the Marina Beach. It used to be nothing short of a punishment back then.
It's basically like that old.
Because Marina we used to cover the ground.
Yeah.
5 minutes gone, and I used to carry change of shirts. No
point.
because every
Yeah.
2-3 shirts. would go.
It's terrible. I really salute those players who play in the,
Exactly.
in the month of
I
May.
used to
there.
always think, can't stand and do a live chat.
And they're
And these guys are playing.
playing, yeah.
I know.
And that
And trust me,
sapping heat.
if you play in the day there, oh,
Then it's like
Test
that.
match I'm talking.
yeah. No, I'm talking about 3:30 in the afternoon
So
during
test
IPL.
Match, even
Oh,
earlier.
imagine a test match.
But
Right.
normally,
They have the full day.
a test match would happen in April, May.
Yeah, I've covered in June. It was that. Remember that got washed out Sri Lanka, India.
Oh yeah, India, Sri Lanka. Yes.
Yeah, got 4 days of rain. But it was
2005, right? 2005-06.
Yeah, around that. It was hot.
Oh,
He was really hot, and they had to play in that.
Sunil Narine is out with Phil Salt.
you got. You had the miracle was you had rain in June
Yeah.
in
But-
Chennai. Normally
but
it's November to February.
Yeah, but then the heat also got pushed that year to around June.
Speaking of heat, I'm sweating over here.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, by the way, we'll take the question. Before that, quick predictions on the game.
How you please start. Actually, let's not ask any of the fans to start, please.
Yeah, today.
See, I think the game, I'll pick the winner first. As I said, the game would be decided with Sunil Narine. If Sunil Narine is out early, I'm going with CSK. If
No. One.
CSK,
Got to be one prediction.
then okay, what I'll do is I'll be the contrarian. I'll even it out. Whoever picks
So you'll
more,
go last to
I'll-
saying.
Whoever picks more.
So these two anyway are going to say KKR. You expect him to say
No,
KKR?
I don't know. Let them say it, and I'll go to the contrarian. No, I take the lesser supported.
What are you in this?
I'm okay with
You
it.
are Begani Shadi mein Abdullah
You
Diwan.
start first.
I'm going with the KKR win today. I think looking at the squads and CSK look just as depleted as they did last time around with their bowling.
Score also bataiye.
So score KKR I think are getting to 194.
Okay.
CSK for the win. KKR are getting to about 185.
So par score, huh?
KKR
Yeah.
will be scoring at 200 today as well.
200
and
is your
they-
exact prediction. 200
yeah,
exact.
200.
Okay.
And they'll win.
Obviously, I don't have to ask you that. Who you're picking?
Yeah, no, Shane, you don't have to tell the winner.
209 is my score prediction.
209.
Yeah, as for who's going to win, really.
209.
So that's why I said no. I'll wait. I'll go contrarian. No? You only got nobody supporting him.
Okay.
I'll go with CSK. Though
Even then-
I tell you on paper, KKR looks better.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they do look better, I agree. But I'll go with CSK. I'll support Siddharth.
And Tushar Pandey, Deshpande is opening the bowling, by the
I'm
way.
going with. So then I'm hoping for a quick wicket of Narain.
Sunil Narayan.
So CSK can win. So I say KKR get 195.
First ball shot
wicket.
is gone.
So I go KKR get 195. 195 CSK win.
Come on.
Bad omen.
Namak is gone.
Okay.
I got 194, you got 195.
Actually, you said 194.
I want 194.
Okay, I'll go 190.
190.
No,
190.
you have to go for it, but you
Outswinger, wide outsider, you
need
don't
to
go
place
for
it
it.
there.
Quarter
Okay.
point, yeah.
Let's take quick comments.
Right, backward point.
Sports Warriors said you should always have your best batsman in the 11. In this case, for CSK, Dubey. In the worst case, if you need to field the bowlers and impact sub in the first innings, then Dubey might not be able to come, which seems unlikely, truth be told.
Yeah.
Then we've got Kamaljeet Gill saying, why is Virat's century against top class bowlers being compared with Butler's century? He played against RCB's bad bowling.
Oh, that's not
Because
Yeah, that's not a
that's
fair-
RCB's fault. No, they have a bad
Fair
bowling.
argument then.
No, but he makes a point.
No.
No, I'm not saying that whatever. But let's be honest. And remove a Virat Kohli, remove a Josh Butler from that argument. Don't think of it. Just look at the bowling attack and put yourself. If I'm a batter, I'm much happier and I think I'm more likely to get more runs against that RCB bowling than I am against that. Though I'm not good enough, but I'm saying if I was an international
If you had to
player,
back yourself.
if I was an international player, I'd much rather be facing the RCB bowling than that RR bowling, because that RR bowling is definitely one of the best in this tournament.
RCB are buffet
Anyway,
bowlers in that
now,
sense.
I'm not saying to compare whose century is better or whatever, but that's a fact. See what happens as soon as you put a Virat or a Butler, no, and this and say just remove it. Think you are a top level batter, and you're like going out. Of course, top level batters, they back themselves against any team. But I know that if I'm facing that RCB bowling, that day on the eve, I'm like excited. Today is my chance to do something. Against that RR, again, I back myself, but I'm thinking, today I have to be at my best.
Because you got
So,
a bold
yeah,
swing.
I have
Bold,
a
Burger,
good
Juicy.
bowling, two of the best spinners. I have a good bowling line. So if I score 100 against that RR, I'm more pumped up. I'm like, yes, one of my better 100s. Rather than against that RCB bowling lineup, I'm like, अगर आज 100 नहीं बनाता तो कब
But I think it's not
That.
it's
In
not Butler's
Jeffrey
fault.
Boycott's words, RCB's bowling is buffet bowlers in that sense. It is a buffet bowling line.
Yeah, it's a free for all.
It's a free for all. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
But
that is exactly
still-
what I just told you, if I'm a batter, my mindset before an RR game would have been, boss, I got to work really hard. I have to be at my best against this bowling, and if I get 100, I'll count it as one of my better 100s.
Yeah, but then see, Butler had to play against the bowling attack that he was faced with.
No. That yes. I'm just saying that the point that he's making.
I know.
I mean, his point about the two bowling attacks is valid.
I mean, but we are again clutching onto straws here. In that case, then any bowling attack is then subjective.
And I think, to answer this question in another way, it has to be compared. Being an opener, two openers scoring a century in the same game, whatever balls they have scored. But that's
No,
what
that will be compared.
Butler. That's what Butler got, a bowling lineup that Butler got and that Virat got, that it's nobody's fault.
It is RCB's fault that they created a bowling
Always
that
RCB's
bad.
fault.
5 seconds penalty for RCB.
Okay, Dhirendra Singh. Everyone except Sid, except me. Why India lost T20 Cup of 14 and 16?
We'll discuss that maybe later. It's a
A
very
bit later,
yeah. A different heartbreaking conversation.
In the time when we'll be making a T20 World Cup team and
Yeah.
the team will be announced, then we'll be discussing what went wrong in the past few years and what should be.
Okay, Piyush Nandre 148 and KKR winning. Ooh.
148?
No, I don't think.
Yikes.
Power play 52 for 2. I think this is the first time in 4 games we lost an early wicket.
No, you have lost early wickets in the past, if I'm not mistaken.
Because we have the highest run rate in power play.
Actually,
KKR were 12.
KKR have been the power play kings this year, so it's quite possible actually. But you lost Salt early last game also.
Yeah.
So
Dex has a question for you. Nikhil, do you still support DC and why?
did you ever support DC?
He asking you, do you still support DC and why? Have you?
No, I did support DC 2020, I think.
Yeah.
2020 and 21 because they genuinely had a good team and I backed them to win. But I picked my team to support at the start of the season. No, the team that I think is looking good can do. And I tend to go with not the obvious favorites, but the ones who are not obvious, but still favorite to do well. Like that, I went with SRH last season, and you know what happened with that. So this year, I've gone with Lucknow Super Giants.
And they do
If you pick Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, I don't pick there enough fans.
Yeah.
In last 2 years. So might as well pick teams that. So I picked Delhi 2020 and 21.
21, they were kind of disappointing.
Yeah, but this season I've gone with LSG, na.
21
At the start
they
of
reached
the
qualifier, right?
Yeah, but they struggled through the year. I remember they lacked the same fluency that they had in 2020.
Sorry.
So it's 1
for 1 in 1 over.
Oh yeah, it's 1 for 1 in 1 over.
That's what happens when you lose a wicket first ball. You will always not look to be taking risks. I don't blame them. But Ankrish, they're promoting again. Very interesting.
I want to take Silly Point's comment. He says, Nikhil sir, a very big request to you.
Please.
I agree with you, Silly Point, by the way. He says, don't get Sigvi on CSK show. He's not a CSK fan. I completely agree with you.
Just agree.
I've realized.
He's just a glory hunter.
I was telling him today.
Glory hunter.
By the way, Silly Point, before the show started, exactly what I was telling him.
Yeah. But
Exactly
glory hunter, what's a glory hunter?
That I know. He calls him a CSK, but he hates MS. You're right.
What breed of CSK
Not
is
only
this?
CSK, he was mocking a lot of other players. I don't want to say before the show started. he was mocking their owners and everyone else, and bringing about their shitty past also.
It is true. It is absolutely
Then why are you supporting Chennai?
Fair weather
I'm not
Chennai.
supporting Chennai.
He's not.
In a KKR with a CSK encounter.
That's weird. I thought I would be the one making the fixing jibs.
He even brought about shady past and all that. He was saying, he's
It's
not a
silly point. It's true.
You should see him with doubt all the time.
Without, indeed. I am not a CSKN. Understand one thing, silly point. It's just in this contest,
What are you
KKR.
saying? Previous season, you used to dance, used to be happy.
Who dance?
Everything. What has happened to you?
Yeah. I
used
would
to dance.
absolutely say that. I would dance. Now that has happened, now there is no need for it this year. I've already seen the glory.
Dex is asking Harshit the same.
Why Harshit? Why?
Allegiance, my friend.
Just the same.
Allegiance, my friend.
Harshit is key for it. He's only a Manchester United
Keep
fan.
this at half mast, please.
No. Sir. Why you have no right to hold the flag?
Of course, you are at the bottom. Why should I hold the flag?
Yeah,
for you?
don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
On that note.
Middle
So Dex asked you.
He's allegiance.
Allegiance. Simple reason. एक बारी जो
बड़ा दिल
डंडा
है,
उठा लिया बस.
Very loyal guy.
जिसको दिल दे दिया.
हाँ, very loyal guy.
बड़ा दिल है दिल्ली वालों
क्या
का.
करें?
So,
Dil walo ki Dilli is a true thing.
Yeah.
indeed.
The way
Janmabhoomi.
The way MS is sitting there, look like he's coming out to bat.
Oh,
anytime
uncle.
soon.
The broadcaster will keep switching on MS. Shadow practicing, wearing a helmet, wearing a glove. He'll not come out to bat.
Right now, so he's not even. He's in his ganji.
Yeah. No.
No chance he is.
I think it was last game. The broadcaster switched for multiple times on MS. One time he was shadow batting. One time he was just standing behind Rituraj. One time he was wearing a glove, wearing a helmet. Didn't come out to bat.
So the digital broadcasters to go on a step further, na? Now you can go select your hero cam.
Hero cam. But then
Hero
hero
cam.
is only for the captain.
Yeah,
No, I think you get an option 2-3 players.
No, I think it's only
The
for
marquee
captain.
players. I think you can always go select and the camera will always be there.
It focus on Rohit also.
Not on every player though.
yeah, right,
It's
yeah,
couple of the marquee players you can go
I
select.
think like let's say a Virat, a Rohit, a Rishabh Pant playing maybe a Russell and
See,
KKR.
Pant is actually the captain, so would
So,
fit.
a Russell.
Rohit was because he's a marquee player, although the captain is Hardik Pandya. So okay,
Anyhow,
we
Shall
have made
we?
our predictions. So let's see. KKR, whether they'll.
Piyush Andre says Nikhil sir didn't support DC. He's a Marvel fan.
Arey yaar.
Marvelous.
You're a Marvel fan?
Yeah.
No, I just like
That was a marvelous comment, Piyush.
I just
Mandre.
love the humor.
That was a marvelous.
Marvelous comment, Piyush. Mandre.
Marvelous.
Yes.
Marvelous. Akash Vardhan said 178 CSK wins.
Yep.
How?
Oh,
How do you
that
see
we'll
Indian
discuss-
bowlers? Worrisome.
That we'll discuss in the post-match when we have more time. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Mid-innings.
See you mid-innings. Bye-bye.